going, guys? So today I want to quickly speak about Kevin Spacey. So as the title says, Kevin Spacey has been charged here in the UK. Now we all know that Kevin Spacey was originally charged, he was arrested in America for SA, and that's what led to him losing his role on House of Cards. Now, what I think would be quite interesting is if we look at what happened to Kevin Spacey after that, because it's a very, very chilling, spooky story of what happened next. So one of the first things that we need to look at is Kevin Spacey. For some weird reason, every Christmas puts out the creepiest, psychotic YouTube video where he's in character, where he plays his character Frank from House of Cards. The character is quite evil. And it's so creepy and disturbing that I've come to expect it and look forward to it at Christmas now because it's just so bizarre. So let's have a quick look at his videos first, just so you get an idea of the frame of mind this man's in, before we go to the very, very spooky part of the story. Let me be Frank. It's basically saying he wants to be his character again.
I know what you want. Oh sure, they may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong, it's too powerful. I mean, after all, we shared everything, you and I. I told you my deepest, darkest secrets. I showed you exactly what people are capable of. I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I challenged you and made you think. And you trusted me.
No, it didn't.
Even though you knew you shouldn't. So we're not done, no matter what anyone says.
How crazy is it to say things like that, like you trusted me, even though you shouldn't, when he'd literally just been arrested for SA? This man's insane.
And besides, I know what you want. You want me back.
No, I don't.
Of course, some believed everything and have just been waiting with bated breath to hear me confess it all. They're just dying to have me declare that everything said is true and that I got what I deserved. Wouldn't that be easy if it was all so simple? Only you and I both know it's never that simple, not in politics and not in life. But you wouldn't believe the worst without evidence, would you? You wouldn't rush to judgments without facts, would you? Did you? No, not you. You're smarter than that. Anyway, all this presumption made for such an unsatisfying ending. And to think it could have been such a memorable send-off. I mean, if you and I have learned nothing else these past years, it's that in life and art, nothing should be off the table. We weren't afraid, not of what we said, not of what we did, and we're still not afraid. Because I can promise you this. If I didn't pay the price for the things we both know I did do, I'm certainly not going to pay the price for the things I didn't do. Well, of course they're going to say I'm being disrespectful, not playing by the
lunatic.
rules, like I ever played by anyone's rules before. I never did, and you loved it. Anyhow, despite all the poppycock, the animosity, the headlines, the impeachment without a trial, despite everything, despite even my own death, I feel surprisingly good. And my confidence grows each day that soon enough you will know the full truth. Wait a minute. Now that I think of it, you never actually saw me die, did you?
This guy's mad as a hatter.
Conclusions can be so deceiving. Miss me?
Wow. So that was 3 Christmases ago. It's like he comes back every Christmas just to terrorize us. He's only uploading these videos on Christmas Day. But trust me, it gets way spookier. In all the videos, something that happens in real life It's really creepy. It's insane. But we'll have to see these spooky videos first. The next two are very short. Before we get to the really spooky thing that happened. Because you will have to know the kind of state of mind this person's in. So let's go to 2 Christmases ago.
You didn't really think I was going to miss the opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas, did you? It's been a pretty good year, and I'm grateful to have my health back. And in light of that, I've made some changes in my life, and I'd like to invite you to join me. As we walk into 2020, I want to cast my vote for more good in this world. Ah, yes, I know what you're thinking. Can he be serious? I'm dead serious. And it's not that hard, trust me. The next time someone does something you don't like, you can go on the attack, but you can also hold your fire and do the unexpected. You can kill them with kindness.
Kill them. Remember that. Kill them. Okay, right. Kill them with kindness. He said that in such a sinister tone as well, right? And that's very important. Right. Oh my god, this is so insane. And then his final Christmas video from last Christmas.
That's right. What will Christmas Eve be without a message from me?
Festive?
That's right. What will Christmas Eve be without a message from me? Look, this past year, Listen, a lot of people have reached out to me this past year and have shared their own struggles. And my ability to be there for them has really only been possible because of my own difficulties. And while it's been a privilege to offer support, I have to say, frankly, it's also been beyond my abilities, and it's bigger than me. Because, heartbreakingly, so many have talked about things having gotten so bad for them that they've contemplated taking their own lives. And that's enough for me to want to take an entirely different approach this year, to acknowledge their pain, and say to anyone out there who's struggling or contemplating that idea, please, please do not take that step. If you're standing in a place that you can no longer remain standing, if you're suffering, if you need help, if you feel guilt or shame, if you're struggling with your identity, if your back's up against the wall, or if you feel that there is no path for you, whatever your situation, I promise you there is a path. And that at this time, during this holiday and beyond, even if you don't feel it, there are people out there who understand and who can help, because you are not alone.
What's going on with his lips? So there's red dots on them.
And so I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
What are those red dots on his lips? Loads of them. That's really weird.
Great 2021. And say to all those out there who might be suffering, it gets better. It does get better. Happy holidays, everyone.
Suicide Prevention Hotline, right? Okay. Right, now let's go to his very, 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 very creepy thing that happens next, right? So he's leaving these messages on Christmas Day. The first two, insanely creepy. This one, about suicide. The second one, though, he's speaking about kill them with kindness, was the one that were a bit spooky. Right, so arrested in the UK, right? We'll get to that in a second. But, first of all, he was arrested in America. And what happened to these people is the question. How did his troubles seem to go away? And it turns out that a few of them ended up dead. Literally dead. Crazy. It's become a bizarre holiday tradition for Kevin Spacey to share a terrifying video on Christmas Eve in the voice of former House of Cards character Frank Underwood for the second year in a row. Well, he's done 3 now, but Spacey posted a video wishing his fans a Merry Christmas, but with an underlying message. Right, so this article was written after the second Christmas video when he was talking about killing them with kindness, but in a sinister voice. This year's message, kill them with kindness, which is rather unfortunate timing considering that now 3 of his accusers have died this year. 3 died, then he went on to talk about killing people with kindness, but the way he said it was like, kill them with kindness in a very creepy way, and a bit broken up and spooky. Very bizarre. So, these 3 people died, and his problems all started to go away. It's ridiculous. Wow. So where are Kevin Spacey's accusers now? 3 have died this year alone. Spacey's first accuser was Anthony Rapp, who claimed Spacey made a sexual advance towards him when he was 14. His first allegation came out in October 2017, and since then, a number of additional men have come forward to say that he harassed or essayed them. Wow. You know, the reason Kevin Spacey was so good in the movie 7 is because you knew by looking at him there was something really creepy there. The exact number of men is unknown, as it was reported that many members of the House of Cards crew experienced harassment, but it was never disclosed who or how many endured this. Spacey was also artistic director of the Old Vic in London. From 2004 to 2015, 20 men from there came forward to say he had inappropriate behaviour on young male stars. Okay. Anthony wasn't the first to make allegations. Another woman accused him of harassing young men first. No way. Linda Culkin. Wonder if that's any relation to Macaulay Culkin. Linda Culkin was deemed Spacey's stalker. Was even sentenced to prison for death threats sent to the actor and bomb threats sent to 2 of his workplaces. She also made allegations about his actions with young men. She was hit by a car in March and died in hospital shortly after. No driver was charged. What? 2 of them are dead now. In September, another accuser died, although his name is unknown. The man who was a massage therapist was suing Spacey under the name of John Doe for SA. Shortly before the trial began, he died. He died just before the trial. See, this is just weird. Those videos, kill them with kindness in a very spooky tone, then they're all dying. Wow. That's crazy. Ari Ben, a Norwegian author and ex-husband of Princess Martha Louise, accused him of groping him at the Nobel Peace Prize concert in Oslo 2007. The allegations came a decade after the incident. 3rd accuser dies. He died of an apparent suicide. No further details have been disclosed as of yet. So this guy died of a suicide, and in Kevin Spacey's 3rd video, he's talking about suicide. Okay. It appeared that Spacey may have terrible timing in terms of his Christmas video. I don't think this is terrible timing. I think he might be behind this, and he's just taking the mickey in his videos because they're very spooky, and he's aware that everybody thinks they're very spooky and creepy. The next time someone does something you don't like, you can go on attack, but you can also hold your fire. Do the unexpected. You can kill them with kindness. Wow. Considering that Ari marks the 3rd death of Spacey's accusers this year, considering that Spacey is outright speaking about killing in the video, it's not exactly a surprise that some people are thinking a conspiracy, maybe lurking in the shadows. But I don't think he's even lurking in the shadows. He's putting it on YouTube himself. Wow. If you need support, here's the number. There you go. Number here. Right. So, what's happening now, right? He's been charged in the UK, right? These people are very brave because Kevin Spacey, he himself could potentially be bumping off his accusers. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. Do you see those first 2 videos? My God. And the 3rd video seems like it was a nod to the last death. It's crazy. Okay, so he's been arrested in the UK, charged here. Okay. Actor Kevin Spacey has been charged with 4 counts of SA against 3 men who will probably all be dead soon. 62-year-old has been charged with causing a person to engage in, without consent. He's due at Westminster Magistrates Court at 10 on Thursday. Charges follow a review of evidence gathered by the Met Police. He's been charged with 2 counts of SA on a man now in his 40s, in London in 2005. He's also been charged with 1 count of SA and 1 count of causing a person to engage in, you know what, without consent on a man now in his 30s. Wow. 4th charge is SA and another man who is also now in his 30s, which was in 2013. Mr. Spacey previously said he would voluntarily appear in the UK court to answer the charges. These guys are toast, honestly. The American Beauty star gave a statement to Good Morning America in May in which he said he was confident he could prove his innocence. Yeah, by killing them probably. He's a 2-time Oscar winner, 3-time murderer, yeah, and has starred in films such as Seven, which he was perfectly cast for. Very creepy. Very creepy serial killer. LA Confidential, it's a great film. American Beauty and Baby Driver, as well as the Netflix series House of Cards. So, what do we think? Is this just a crazy, insane coincidence? Or is Kevin Spacey having these people killed? I wouldn't put it past him. I swear to God. Like, honestly, I know I love a conspiracy theory and all that. But, I mean, I don't think this is a coincidence. I genuinely think Kevin Spacey is having these people murdered. I guess we'll find out eventually. But that is so creepy. So creepy. Whew. Anyway, guys, that's all we've got time for. Let me know in the comments down below. Coincidence? Or is Kevin Spacey really a bit of a serial killer? Only time will tell, I guess.